If you buy keywords on Google AdWords, you can use Google Analytics to see how well your paid keywords perform in terms of conversion rates, revenue, and ROI. Here's how. Let's start with the AdWords Campaigns report. Here we can see the results from all AdWords traffic to the site. There were 151 visits, with about 15 pages viewed per visit and over 1 minute per visit spent on the site. About 93% of these visits were from people who had never been to the site before, and about 14% of the visits resulted in the visitor immediately leaving the site. The bounce rate is very important, and ideally it is quite low since you are paying for each of these visits. Let's look at the Goal Conversion tab to look at our conversion rates. This is a small photography portfolio site, and we can see the percentage of visits in which people looked at the various portfolios. Over half of the visits resulted in at least one conversion, and there was a per visit value of $2.54. This value is calculated from the goal values. This isn't an e-commerce site, so let's skip right over to the clicks data. AdWords ads were displayed 8,331 times, but people only clicked on an ad 140 times. By the way, it's common for clicks and visits to show different numbers. In this case, we have fewer clicks than visits. The reason is that some visitors clicked on the ad and then later, during a different session, returned directly to the site through a bookmark. The referral information from the original visit was retained, so some clicks resulted in multiple visits. Continuing on, we can see that we spent a total of $84 for this traffic, at an average of 60 cents per click. But we made $2.74 per click, which gives us an ROI of 356%. So let's look at an individual campaign. This report has the same kind of information, but here we're looking at all the ad groups in an individual campaign. In this case, there's only one, so let's take a look at the keywords that are in it. Here, we can sort our keywords based on ROI. An ROI of 0% means that you earned in revenue the same amount of money that you spent. In these cases, there were 0 clicks and therefore 0 cost and 0 revenue. An ROI of 100% means that you made twice the amount of money you spent. For example, you spent $5 and made $10. It's not uncommon to get 300% or 400% or even 1,000% ROI. These kinds of numbers simply indicate that your revenue is many times greater than your cost. Minus 100% means that you didn't make any money at all on the keyword. If all of your keywords are minus 100%, you probably haven't assigned any values to your goals, or your e-commerce revenue isn't posting properly. If you have negative ROI keywords, look and see how many clicks are involved. If there are only a few clicks, you might want to wait before you decide to drop the keyword. But if you're losing money on a large number of clicks, you'll be able to instantly increase your overall AdWords ROI by dropping the keyword. Make sure that you're looking at more than a few days' worth of data when you make your keyword buying decisions. You may have customers that found you via an AdWords ad who returned several times to buy. You'll miss these conversions if you set too short of a date range, and it may take a few days for many of your visitors to become customers. Now let's look at the Keywords Positions report. I can display whichever metric I want here in the drop-down, but I can also select any one of the keywords and see how each search position performed for that keyword. So, people searching on portrait photographer visited 15 times from the side 2 position. But I can also change the metric here in the drop-down. So now we can see that the top 2 position for this keyword referred visitors who looked at 31 pages, whereas the top 1 position referred visitors who only looked at 16 pages. So that's an introduction to how you can track your AdWords activity in Google Analytics. Thanks for listening.